Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here. Welcome back to the Subscriber World Cup for August, or should I say Super Subscriber World Cup, but it's not very super because we're doing it with 1-star teams this time round. And just a little side note as well, this isn't the actual audio, it's me recording on top of what I already did. Basically the original audio file corrupted, so I'm gonna have to do this basically just reacting to the goals and stuff, even though I've already seen it. But anyway, let's get into the names and everything that people have put down. So in Group A we have Eritrea represented by Conrad. Luxembourg is a triple entry that is represented by Tommy, Dando1201 and Patrick Mealy. Fiji represented by Leb's Gameplay. Hong Kong represented by William Junkies. And in Group B we have San Marino, which is a double entry represented by Matteo Migliavaca and Daniel Harding. Papua New Guinea was unrepresented. Sudan, Jack Off the Cat. Liechtenstein, Trackless Guy and Jadranka Buntak. In Group C we have the Faroe Islands, which was a triple entry, Pack 258, Mr. Ripper and the Enormous Greek. Laos was represented by A. Tonga in Dead and Andorra, David Ionita. And Group D we have Anguilla represented by ESC Cesare, Somalia represented by Miguel Pronka, India represented by Mario Marroquin, St. Lucia represented by Erman22 Beg. In Group E we have St. Kitts and Nevis, a double entry represented by C. Eaton and Declan Gaming 24. Malta represented by Jack Bonzaglio and 2316 Da Vinci. Indonesia went unrepresented and Djibouti was represented by Joris De Pony. In Group F we have Tahiti represented by Jake Morrow and Andres Planas. US Virgin Islands, HD Proda. Palestine represented by Wasabi 1982-1 and Vietnam represented by Polish LD. In Group G we have Pakistan represented by Palomo, Solomon Islands, Wasteland Wanderer, Myanmar, Edu27Do, Curacao went unrepresented, Bermuda in Group H was represented by Moses Kerr and Kawhi Chan, and Montserrat went unrepresented, and the Philippines represented by Madman E, and then the Seychelles went unrepresented. So you all know who you are by now. Let's get into the group stage simulation part of it, and we are following Andorra. So Andorra had a thrilling 3-2 win over Tonga here. You all know who you are at this point. So Andorra versus Laos. Let's see what happened in this one. It ended up being a 1-1 draw to Andorra, and then we got the final match here, Andorra versus the Faroe Islands, skipping that all too quickly there, and it turned out to be a 2-2 draw. So this is what happened in the rest of the groups then. Hong Kong and Luxembourg topping Group A. We have Group B, Liechtenstein and Sudan topping that one. In Group C we have the Faroe Islands and Andorra going through in that one, probably to be expected to be fair. In Group D we have India and St. Lucia going through, Somalia and Anguilla going out. In Group E we have Indonesia and Malta going through. In Group F we have Tahiti and Palestine going through in that one. Group G we have Curacao and Pakistan going through, and then in Group H, the last group, we have Bermuda and the Philippines going through in that one. So that sets up a situation with Hong Kong versus Sudan. We have the Faroe Islands versus St. Lucia, Liechtenstein versus Luxembourg, India versus Andorra. We have Indonesia versus Palestine, Curacao versus the Philippines, Tahiti versus Malta, and then last but not least, Bermuda versus Pakistan. So those are your games for the round of 16. Did you go through? Did you not? I don't know. I have the names here, and I will put them on the bottom of the intros when the teams are being introduced in that and every game. So I hope you enjoy the round of 16 part of this Super Subscriber World Cup. And yeah, on to the next part. So as you know, in this part we watched the matches from the round of 16, and the first one we got is Hong Kong versus Sudan. I will put the names at the bottom of the screen so you can see who's representing them. And just to let you know, it's on legendary difficulty, and I have no influence on the matches at all, apart from pressing the the A button when it goes into the pause menu and stuff like that. Absolutely no influence at all. Of course, I am commentating over the top of footage I've already edited, because obviously the audio file corrupted for this episode, which is super frustrating, but I hope you enjoy it anyway. I'm going to try and keep up and remember what actually happened in this Subscriber World Cup. The first match then is Hong Kong versus Sudan, and I'm really hoping that this Subscriber World Cup is going to be a good and exciting one. The first one we did with the bigger teams was really exciting. We had a lot of upsets and a lot of great moments in this, and I hope that this one can be the same. I don't know how each team is going to perform, even though technically I have already seen the footage. But yeah, we move. I'd also like to apologise in advance if my microphone is a little bit more echoey than usual. I'm in a different room, so yeah, just take it how it is. So here we go. Sudan goalkeeper plays it back out to Hong Kong, and Hong Kong have scored early on. That's an early goal for Hong Kong. Chan Soo-ki with the goal to make it 1-0 already. Bright start for Hong Kong here. I'm telling you, the other part, like the quarter-final part and stuff like that, will be better audio-wise. I'm always so worried when something goes wrong like that. It's so frustrating, when you do a project or something and a part of it corrupts and then you have to do something from scratch. It's really irritating. But this game was a little bit... it was just a little bit dead, to be honest. Sudan couldn't really get into the game, and Hong Kong kind of dominated most of the ball, to be honest with you. Here we go, they're coming forward here, tackled there, and then Hong Kong's defence was superb throughout the whole game. You can see just blocking that shot there. Sudan basically had scraps of possession really for most of the match. And here we go, corner, and headed away by Hong Kong. Like I said, Hong Kong just defensively sound in this one, not letting Sudan have anything in the first half. And as we go into half-time, it's still 1-0 to Hong Kong. Can Sudan turn it around, or will they be condemned to being eliminated in the round of 16? Not many shots for either teams, but that's fine, quality over quantity, as they say. Here comes Sudan. Going into the box here, headed away by Hong Kong. Nice diving header. And like I said, throughout the game, they've just been amazing. First yellow card here of the tournament for Chan Wai-ho. And yeah, Sudan honestly couldn't get into this game at all. They have a free kick here, but this was the only chance they had, and it just goes begging there. And yeah, Hong Kong basically took it from there, and they snatched a 1-0 win away from Sudan. Unlucky for Sudan, but at the same time, they didn't do anything in that match to show that they were impressive enough. So already we have our first victor, which is Hong Kong. Our second match is the Faroe Islands versus St. Lucia, and this was set to be an interesting match. I was hoping it would be more exciting than the first match we had, even though we had a goal in the first sort of like 5-10 minutes of the match, but I was hoping for more of a sort of game where you get like a 3-3 or a 2-2. Of course, the Faroe Islands probably are the stronger team because they are like a European team, but St. Lucia started off quite strong here on the sort of first like 10 minutes or so here, going through and just going offside there. Unlucky for them. And to be honest with you, St. Lucia really did dominate most of this game. They have a corner here as well, and it's whipped in and it's headed away. Great defending by the Faroe Islands there. I'm sorry if I'm sort of speaking in the past tense and in the present as well. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Like I said, audio issues suck so much. A corner to the Faroe Islands though, and it was whipped in here, and the goalkeeper here had to make a fantastic save to keep it out. I mean, you don't really get many of these chances of these smaller teams. When I was watching these replays and these matches and stuff like that, it kind of dawned on me that the quality of football wasn't brilliant, because obviously these are one-star teams. We're not going to have as many exciting games like we did with the bigger teams. Not many chances to go forward and that. But that was a lovely ball there, Bon, from St. Lucia. Sorry, they turn inside the box, and if they probably just shot there, they might have scored. It's very unfortunate. Faroe Islands here pushing again. Decent passing play. Look at it. I mean, the passing play is fantastic, but there's just no end product.
Well, the players will know that surely it can't get any worse than that. That's as poor a 45 minutes as I've seen for a long time.
It definitely was a poor first 45 minutes, definitely. Even the game recognises it. Most of the football here just wasn't good enough. But here's a corner to St. Lucia. It was quite an even game, to be fair, this one, watching it back. I mean, just not many of these teams had decent opportunities here. Here come the Faroe Islands, and it's crossed into the hands of the goalkeeper. This was a great opportunity for the Faroe Islands. It's cut out there, stolen away. They through ball it, but unfortunately there's just no attacking prowess from any of these sides. Again, they cross it into pretty much no one, and then it's just a scramble to get rid of the ball here. Faroe Islands did have a shot, just gone wide there. That was very unlucky from Holst. And here comes the chance of the day. Here we go, off the post. Unlucky from the Faroe Islands. I mean, I just can't believe they missed that. That could have wrapped up the game in normal time in the 90th minute, and they bottled it. Now, I'm not going to beat around the bush here. This was the only highlight of extra time, and it was literally just a basically nothing highlight sort of thing. So I'm going to go straight to the penalty shootout, if you don't mind, guys, because honestly, some of these games were basically just dead air pretty much. But here comes the first penalty taker for the Faroe Islands. It's Holst, and he blazes it over the bar, and now it's St. Lucia's turn to try and get on the score sheet here on the penalty shootout. Here we go. They step up, and that was a decent penalty. Very well taken there. Okay, Faroe Islands got to score this one now 100%, otherwise they'll be in trouble, and they put it wide. I think it hit the post. I can't really tell because the screen is so small that I'm looking at right now. Here comes St. Lucia, and off the post. Oh, okay, well, they could have doubled their advantage. Okay, well, the Faroe Islands turn now. Here we go, he steps up, and that was a coolly taken penalty. Nice one. St. Lucia's turn now. It's currently 1-1, but the opportunity lies with St. Lucia to go, oh, I was about to say double their advantage, but no, they bottle it. Time for the Faroe Islands to potentially get back into this, and oh, that was so lucky. I mean, the save, and it still went in. Must have been a really powerful penalty. St. Lucia now, and coolly taken down the middle there from St. Lucia. If you're following these teams, you must be biting your nails right now, trying to figure out who's going to win, and that was a decent penalty by the Faroe Islands as well. Who's going to take this one? It's going to go down to the wire. Sudden death now on penalties, and St. Lucia had the chance to put themselves in the advantage position, and they do. Faroe Islands' turn now. The ball is in their court. They need to score in order to go through or stay alive, and they do stay alive. Okay, I think it's on St. Lucia because the cutscenes are on St. Lucia. They have to score here or it's all over, and the Faroe Islands will be going through to the quarterfinals, and all over the bar. That is it for St. Lucia, and the Faroe Islands have come out of this penalty shootout with the W and the quarterfinal on the cards now for the Faroe Islands. I feel like the Faroe Islands got kind of lucky in that game, apart from maybe the miss at the end. But yeah, I mean, it was a decent competitive game between the two sides. Third match of the round of 16 watch along part, and it's Liechtenstein versus Luxembourg, an all-European showdown between these two minnows. In real life, I'd definitely say Luxembourg are better, especially these days. I don't think that Liechtenstein have really improved too much. Of course, Liechtenstein are one of those teams that are kind of a little bit like San Marino. They don't pick up wins very often or even at all, but Luxembourg are probably the more competitive of the two. But here comes Liechtenstein on the attack in the first couple of minutes, and it comes out to this guy, and it's just blocked here. Luxembourg got out of jail there, I think, and here come Luxembourg. They got it here, and they just play it off the field. That was a bit of a stupid play, but they got a free kick. Okay, I don't know where they got that from. Maybe the referee found a foul there, and Liechtenstein scrambling to get that one away. And here come Luxembourg again now on this another highlight here. It's just some of the plays that these teams do, it feels like they're just not utilising the ball movement very well. But like I said, one-star team, they don't really have the vision like the bigger teams have. But Luxembourg moving the ball around here well. And what a save by the Liechtenstein goalkeeper. Fantastic save. Struggling to get rid of the ball here, Liechtenstein as well. If you want my winner, I guess Luxembourg should be the winner, really. They are the stronger team, like I said at the start, and they could go for it again, and it's just caught by the goalkeeper there. Liechtenstein now on the attack and just collected by the goalkeeper, and it's half time. A decently competitive half, but again another 0-0. Not a goal fest like I was hoping for, unfortunately, but maybe that can change in the second half. Remember, even though I do know what happened, I still don't know how it happened, so I'm trying to make it look like it's decent, and that was probably the only highlight of the second half. Yes, it was, because it's full time and it's still 0-0, and honestly, extra time wasn't that much better. I mean, Liechtenstein had a golden opportunity here to go through and possibly score, but they're just messing around the ball too much. Look, they're doing unnecessary passes when it only could have really used maybe one through ball or something against the tired Luxembourg defence. I think that would have done well. Here comes Frick though, down here to another Frick. And yeah, they're just messing around with the ball too much. It's half-time and extra time, and yet again, the story is the same. Nothing is happening with these sides. Was this a bad idea? I'll let you guys decide whether or not it was a bad idea. Luxembourg have a free kick in the 90th minute, well 120th minute, sorry, and they put it over the bar, unfortunately. So we're going to go to penalties again. Okay, so for the second time, we move on to a penalty shootout, and Liechtenstein start off strong with the goal in front of the Angola fans for some reason. I think that's some sort of glitch for the Luxembourg supporters or something. And what a slip that was by Luxembourg. John Terry, I didn't realise he played for Luxembourg, but okay, if you get that reference, then you're super old, just like me. Okay, well, Liechtenstein step up, and that is a great penalty, just nicely slotted into the middle there. Luxembourg need to score, otherwise they'll fall behind, and they do score. Okay, so it's 2-1 on penalties now. Liechtenstein step up for their next penalty. If they score this, then they have a massive advantage, and yes, what a penalty that was. Now Luxembourg are under massive pressure to score this one. Who will come out on top on this one? If Luxembourg drop this penalty shootout, then that's a good penalty. If they drop this penalty shootout, then that's kind of a little bit of a shock result. But here comes the goalkeeper for Liechtenstein, and why would they put the goalkeeper in the 4th place spot? Why would you do that in such a crucial moment of the penalty shootout? Here comes Luxembourg now, and down the middle, saved by the goalkeeper. He redeems himself from the earlier penalty miss, and now Liechtenstein need to score in order to win the shootout. Can they do it? It's Frick to step up, and he's put it wide. Okay, that gives Luxembourg a chance now to get back into this. Will Luxembourg take the chance, or will the goalkeeper be a hero again? Let's have a look and see. Okay, it's Payal, steps up. Medium power, and yes, that's a good penalty. I'm sure the Angola fans that have travelled this way to see Luxembourg and Liechtenstein would love to see this. And that was close. That was a close penalty from Liechtenstein there. Okay, last penalty then, I think, for Luxembourg. Well, last chance. Will they score and extend it? No, it's over the bar, and Liechtenstein have taken this one. That's quite a shock result, to be fair, because Liechtenstein in real life are not as good as Luxembourg. But yeah, wow, incredible from Liechtenstein, and they move on to the next round. Luxembourg are eliminated. Next match then of this Super Subscriber World Cup 1-star team edition is India versus Andorra. This should be really a good match. I think that Andorra will be the stronger team because obviously, again, European. I'm not being biased or anything. I'm just thinking that Andorra might beat India in real life. Actually, no, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe I have zero ball knowledge in terms of small teams, but this should be a good one. And yeah, good luck to the people involved with these two teams. Here comes India now on the press. India playing in blue, Andorra playing in red, and that was just offside, caught offside there. India, nice try though. And as India boot the ball away from half chance, and India just spin that defender. Okay, here we go. India going through, and India slot it in to make it 1-0. How about that? Completely went against what I predicted at the start of the match. Hussain scores to make it 1-0 to India. Okay, now we've got a game on our hands. Finally, a goal in normal time. Very rare in this Super Subscriber World Cup to see that. And India have taken the lead. India again on the press here. Through ball, that's a good ball. Can India capitalise on it, or will they not? That's kind of a poor ball. Oh, okay, he went for the shot, headed back in, and again, the lack of quality kind of like stifled them a little bit. Andorra now on the press. What can they do here? Andorra trying to snake into the box. They still maintain possession. Andorra, oh, it's cleared away, and it's half-time. India 1, Andorra 0. Most of these games are literally just having like 1 or 2 shots. Look at that. Like, probably 1 shot between each of them. It kind of sucks that it's like that, but hey, we got to live with it for August, so I apologise in advance if it's super boring. Here come India. Can they do something to extend their 1-goal lead? Okay, well that was a bit of a nothing highlight. Here we go. Andorra. This could be a chance to get back into the game. It's put into the box and oh, just wide. How did Andorra miss that? How do they miss an opportunity like that? Considering that Andorra are a fairly decent one-star team. But they've been eliminated here by India. Great game. Again, only 1 goal in it. We've yet to see a game where there's been you know, a 2-goal lead or something like that, which is a bit of a shame, but we move on to the next game. The next match of this Super Subscriber World Cup is Indonesia versus Palestine. Most of these games have barely got any highlights attached to them because, well, the quality of football is kind of shocking. So who's going to take this one then? Indonesia and Palestine. My money is probably on Palestine, I think. I think so. I haven't actually seen this match yet, but here we go. Palestine over the top there. That's a great idea, but it's gobbled up by the keeper. And Palestine again on another attack. That's a decent over the top ball. Can they score this? Oh, just cleared away by Indonesia. Back into the box, and then Indonesia clear it here. Palestine seem to be controlling a lot of the possession. Here come Palestine again. Twisting and turning into the middle. Oh, there was a chance to maybe snatch that ball and do something with it. Palestine yet again on the attack. Header and just saved by the goalkeeper. And that was a decent half, to be fair. A lot more highlights than I expected. And Indonesia and Palestine remain at 0-0. But Palestine have had better chances, even though it says they've only had 1 shot. And Indonesia had 0 chances. Here comes Palestine again, over the top. Can they make something of this? And, oh, just wide. That was so unfortunate for Palestine. They could have taken a good advantage there. And here come Palestine yet again. Oh, it's blocked. And Indonesia come away with it. Palestine yet again on another attack. Indonesia sleepy. And Palestine go for it. Oh, off the post. And, oh, it's gone in anyway. Oh, that was so lucky for Palestine. But great goal. They probably deserved it because, obviously, they basically just were all over Indonesia for most of that game for about 70 minutes. Off the post there, slide tackle into the back of the net. Great goal for Palestine. It kind of looked like an own goal. Was it an own goal? I can't really see from this angle. I think it was actually just a slide tackle, as we can see here. Yeah, Indonesia tried to clear it, but no chance. Here come Indonesia now. Their first attack of the game. Indonesia into the box, crossed in, okay. And they recover it. Oh, good dribbling, and they scored with their only chance of the game. Indonesia have scored to make it 1-1. Oh, Palestine, you've got a feel for them. They were the better team in this whole game, and then Indonesia pull out a brilliant moment like that. The dribbling now was actually really good. The way he sort of twisted around that Palestinian defender, and I think it came off the goalkeeper's leg, but it still went in. So it's 1-1, and full time it ends at 1-1. So we're in the extra time period now, and Palestine kicking off how they started, basically with the possession of the ball. Most of these sort of highlights, yeah, basically, like I was about to say, extra time period, nothing happened. We may as well skip all the way to penalties. Nothing is happening. So here's the penalty shootout then. You could probably think that Palestine were a little unlucky to concede at the end, and that was a poor penalty from Indonesia over the bar, and Palestine now have the chance to have an early advantage in this penalty shootout. Steps up, and that's a decent one. It's 1-0 to Palestine on penalties. Indonesia now to step up. Can they squeeze out of this? If they win this penalty shootout, then you could probably make the argument it was undeserved looking at the highlights, but Indonesia score there, so it's 1-1. Palestine have the chance to get another goal here. Oh, it's saved by Indonesia. Okay, well, they could be in a lot of trouble now if Indonesia score here. Can they? Number 13 steps up, and oh, that's a poor penalty over the bar. And now Palestine have the chance to go 2-1 up again. Let's see. Yep, down the middle. Easy penalty. And yet Palestine are now in the advantage position. Indonesia, yeah, they score. Okay, so it's 2-2, but obviously Palestine still have that advantage. If they score here, they put a lot of pressure on Indonesia. Can they do it? Stutters, and oh, that's a nice penalty down the middle. I hate it when players stutter because usually, you know, they put it over the bar or something, but that time it was actually quite a good stutter. Here come Indonesia. They need to score this, otherwise they are out and off the bar. And did that? No, it didn't go in. Oh, that's so unfortunate for Indonesia. It literally bounced off the line, and Palestine are taking this one. Probably deserved, to be fair, but maybe not in terms of a penalty shootout. Probably normal time victory would have been more justified, but that's football sometimes. And we move on to the next game, which is Curacao versus the Philippines. I hope that whoever's attached to these two teams has a good game. I'm still waiting for a game that is, you know, like a 2-0 or 3-0. I'm still begging for that. Like, where is it? Like, I thought that when I was going to do this Super Subscriber World Cup with 1 stars, the defending was going to be so bad that there was going to be so many goals in it. But it surprised me how defenseless it's been. And the Philippines go for it. And, oh, the rebound. And they scored. It's young husband for the Philippines. And that is 1-0 within the first 5 minutes of the game. What a bright start for the Ascals there. Just shot off the goalkeeper. And that was great technique to actually catch it in midair. Most of the time, they will just go over the bar, and here come the Philippines again. Great dribbling. I'm fairly sure when I watched this game in real time before I had to do the audio again, that the Philippines pretty much dominated this game in terms of possession and everything like that. But it's half time, it's 1-0. Can Curacao turn it around though? Here come the Philippines again. Through ball, and oh, just wide from them. That was very unlucky. And again, the Philippines on the ball. Like I said, they pretty much dominated this game. I think it's near the end of the game here, as I can see from the time. And yet, the Philippines took this one. Not many highlights from the game, but great win for them. And they march on to the quarterfinals. Curacao kind of surprised me that the fact that they didn't have any highlights in that game. Literally, they just didn't do anything. Most of these teams just, like, there's always seems to be one team that dominates possession and then one team that just does nothing. But here is the next match, Tahiti versus Malta. I'm trying to keep up with this highlight stuff. It's really hard for me, but I hope you guys are still enjoying it anyway. Who will win this one? I think it's heavily in favour of Malta. Malta playing in red, Tahiti playing in white, by the way, if you are confused. Here come Malta over the top there. That's a decent ball. Can Tahiti stop it? And they just about did. Malta should have shot earlier, maybe laid it off. Half time again, it is 0-0. These games are just basically highlightless. It's like watching Manchester United every week. Literally nothing happens and you're just going to get disappointed at the end. It surprised me that Malta have taken this long to score, to be honest. Still 0-0, and that's whipped in there by Tahiti. Back into the box there, and oh, that was close from Tahiti. Tahiti have a free kick on the halfway line pretty much. It's crossed in, and it's headed, and it's bounced in, and Tahiti have got a shock goal against Malta. I mean, obviously Malta are a better team than Tahiti, but Tahiti have squeezed the goal out of this game from nothing pretty much. A cross into the box from the halfway line, and a header that probably shouldn't have gone in. It was a P-roller. Let's just have a look at that again. Cross into the box. Excellent cross, by the way. And yeah, wow. Tahiti got that header off, and I can't believe the goalkeeper actually didn't save it, but well done to Tahiti for taking a 1-0 lead. And I think that was the end of the game. Tahiti beat Malta, which is a massive result for Tahiti, absolutely huge, and well, they march on to the quarterfinals, and Malta, surprisingly, have been knocked out by one single goal yet again. Only 1-0 so far. We have one more game to watch, and I'm fairly sure it's Bermuda versus Pakistan. And if you know anything about Bermuda on the 2014 game, they can be one of those teams that are like, they're a one-star team, but they're very overrated. Well, not overrated, but maybe just, you know, just very good side. So on the ball here is Pakistan. They're trying to get forward here. Can they get a goal? Maybe a ball into the box, possibly? I mean, it's hard as a commentator to look at this and see that these teams are playing so badly when I do different moves. But here comes Bermuda, and they opt to shoot against the side netting. That's bad. If you can hear background noise, by the way, I apologise. There's construction work going on outside. I can't do anything about it. It's crossed in by Bermuda. They got it, and oh, just wide there. They could have taken the lead, and Bermuda again on the possession here. Here they come. Could be crossed into the box here, and that's a decent one, and what a volley that was into the back of the Pakistan net, and De Graaf scores to make it 1-0 to Bermuda. I kind of knew that Bermuda would maybe score in this one, not only because I know what happened, but when I was doing the original recording, obviously Bermuda, like I said, are one of those teams that do well as a one-star team. I don't know why. Maybe because they have players that played in like the top leagues back then. I don't know. But yeah, Pakistan, I think this is a bit of a nothing highlight. That throw-in was absolutely rubbish. I mean, that just displays the quality of football on display. Bermuda have a corner here. Can they double their advantage, or will we get another 1-0 victory? For most of these teams have gone 1-0s or penalty shootouts. The quality of football has been, like I said, quite poor. But Pakistan get dumped out by Bermuda. Kind of expected, to be fair. No offense to anybody who has represented Pakistan or following Pakistan. Bermuda are a really good one-star team on this game. And that is it for the round of 16 portion of your Super Subscriber World Cup. Tune in for the quarterfinals, where hopefully the audio won't be corrupted and I won't have to do like some voiceover over the top. If you did enjoy this, then please give it a like and subscribe. Keep it loco as always, and I'll see you again for the next video.